State Champs Sports Network is presented by Florence Technological University. You can play sports at the next level. Go to LTURecruitYourself.com today. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey. Breakthrough. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to ReactionTechSports.com for more information. Lakemore Resort is a luxury lakefront property located 15 minutes from Traverse City. Open year-round. Go to LakemoreResort.com to book your stay. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Welcome back up to Traverse City, day 2 of this fantastic showcase up here in Traverse City. We're at the beautiful Lakemore Resort. Hey, if you have an opportunity to come up here, you better check it out. We're up here for hockey, and along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ibeso, my name is Sean Belegian. Mike, another highly rated matchup today. We've got Hartland, we've got Alpena. Let's start with Hartland.
Hartland's loaded. They got Ian Costomo, the Player of the Year nominee. Vinny Sabala, Wall Award nominee, giving up barely a goal a game.
And I'll tell you what, we had a chance to see Alpena yesterday. There are some exciting pieces, and no wonder why this team is in everybody's rankings.
Let's keep an eye on Gavin Winterstein. 33 points. He's going to challenge that 1 goal a game with Vinny Sabala.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a dandy for you. Don't you go anywhere. We'll drop the puck in mere minutes right here all across the State Champs Network.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
And welcome in, just a couple of moments away from face-off here up in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan. So glad you could join us wherever you may be today. Thank you so much for inviting us into your tablets, your phones, the computer, heck, even on the big screen, along with my broadcast partner, Mike Ivesil. My name is Sean Belegian, and Mike, this is one of those matchups, if we're being honest, when these showcases are announced, okay? Like the Rick Denowith showcase here in Traverse City, this is one of those matchups that I think people put a circle around. This is a very intriguing game we have this afternoon.
Yeah, I know we've been looking forward to it. We've been hearing a lot about Alpena, ranked 20th in the state. We want to see what can they do against the number 2 Hartland team. What can their top scorers do against a Wall Award nominee? Can they stop Ian Costomo, the Player of the Year nominee? Alpena's got a lot on their plate to prove today.
Well, there's a good look at the kid cam right there, and I have to give a special shout-out. Mrs. Kidd, as a matter of fact, is watching back in suburban Detroit, and she wanted the view of her Backstreet Boy right there, and there he was. She wanted it that way.
Yes, she did. And from what we've heard, she helped him pick out the kid outfit.
Well, it's a nice look, and there's the camera look right there. Of course, Hartland in their classic winged helmets and that maize in blue. Coach Gadwa, what more can we say about Coach Gadwa? What he's been able to do for Hartland, and Mike, if we're being honest, for high school hockey as a whole. You cannot put a price tag on it. Coach Gadwa's done such a fantastic job, and Ben Henry, in his 4th year, 3 regional champions as well. Intriguing game, but before we get to anything, let's honor our nation with the national anthem. Really looking forward to this one, and I'm sure you are as well. You wouldn't be tuned in if that wasn't the case. Hartland, the number 2 team in the nation according to our rankings, taking on the Alpena Wildcats, who, as I mentioned, Ben Henry, his 4th year, 3 regional championships. Looking to take the next step to be sure. Mike?
You know, if we can take a second, Sean, we've had many conversations about the Finn population out there in the Hartland, Brighton, KV area. We have a special person watching the broadcast tonight. He just reached out. And if you're a Finn and he came through KVHA, you played for Ryan LaChance as an 06. That 06 Renegades team was a team that dominated in the Iserman, and now Ryan gets to watch these guys play high school hockey, and every year he's got a bunch of guys out at USA Arena playing for the finals.
Good stuff here. We are underway. Hartland loves to take it to you. This is a fantastic matchup in that regard because we got a chance to see a little bit of Alpena, and this top line was very exciting to say the least. Some quality players there, including that young man that you talked about in our open, Mike. There's a shot to get things started. And of course, Hamp was another one of those young, exciting players. Costomo on it now. Off the glass and out into the neutral zone.
You know, they definitely have the firepower to test Vinny Sabala today, Sean.
Yeah, this will be very interesting. Kraut behind his own net, waits for traffic to clear. Has to regroup. As they break out of the zone, can't get too far though, as Worth jumped on that and pumped it back whence it came. So Malik has to go back, start over again. Just underway here, Alpena. Hartland, here's a shot just wide of Sabala. Tipped in front, right to Sabala again, and Mike, early on, Alpena's got the ice tilted a little bit here.
Yep, you can tell that number 20 team in the state has come out fired up, and they know they've got something to prove, and they're putting the pressure on early to Hartland.
Hallinan coming off on a change, just underway here. No score yet. That puck deflects up and out of play. Shots on goal early in favor of Alpena, 2-0. A little feeling out period, Mike, to start this game?
Definitely a little feeling out period, and you get a feel for how Hartland plays in their own end. They collapse around Vinny Sabala. They give him a lot of support. They're not going to make any mistakes, and they're going to get that puck out quick.
Keep an eye on 16 for Hartland. We're both in his fan club, to be sure. Ian Costomo chasing it in the corner now. Finishing his check. That's what he does. Good breakout pass, and Alpena able to get it out just for the second. Now have to start over just inside their line. Here comes Hamp, though, the dangerous Hamp. Backhand pass opportunity in front. Boy, the rebound lay there for just a moment, and Sturos had to be careful to sweep that out of harm's way. But the forecheck by Alpena early on, Mike, making its presence felt.
Yeah, and you got to feel right there for Ian Costomo's 200-foot game. He was back. He broke up that play at the end and helped his team out.
Sturos behind his own net. Keeping an eye on things. Gonna lug it out himself. No, leave it. That's Snyder. Snyder behind his own net. Brady Snyder, senior defenseman. Now he's going to skate it out. That puck deflects into the corner. Rodriguez gives chase down there. A couple different Alpena players there. Kreese gets dumped, can't get the puck out. Hartland on it again. High slot shot. Just missed wide. Nathan Parrish, the goaltender for Alpena, had a beat on it all the way. Snyder again at the line. Just chucking in deep. Hartland loves to get that cycle going. Let's see if they can start doing that a little bit, Mike.
We got the big body Drew Lesperance down there to help on that wall. He's one to keep an eye on today.
One of about 520 Lesperances that played for Hartland, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that the number, Mike?
I think so. I think you're right on.
In back behind the net once again. That's Ty Kraut. He's going to carry it out. Hits Costomo in stride. Costomo, power move to the net. Good shot there, but Paris didn't give him much to shoot at. Hartland, though, starting to put some pressure on down there. Winterstein has to come back and help out, playing a 200-foot game. Also coming in Walker from that defense core, but Costomo on it again. Costomo back to the line. Shot from the point. Gets through. Score. Through a massive humanity, Mike, there was no way you and I could see it from our vantage point. I could just see the celebration from the Eagles. So, Mike, we're going to have to keep an eye on this and see exactly what happened.
I think Luca Di Grimalio got this in front, and I'm probably butchering the name, and I'm going to apologize to the family now. I'm just a volunteer. But the rebound came out. The goalie got in position, made himself big, made the original save, but there's no way he's going to see that rebound. Defenseman had his back to Luca, and he buried it.
Yeah, from our vantage point, folks, all those bodies were right in front of our line of vision. I just saw the celebration, and Luca, the first one there. Hartland looking for more. Oh, that hopped over Luca's stick. Here comes Hamp trying to get something going the other way. Hamp, good rush, taken down. Everybody kind of looking around to see if there was an arm up. There was not. Hartland able to break out now. Back in the neutral zone, though, with speed. There's Hamp on it again. Boy, he's got to jump, doesn't he? That's 74 for Alpena. That shot comes in on Sabala. Had to take it away. Another shot. Boy, deflect off a Hartland stick. That was dangerous. Alpena came to play here, Mike. They're down 1-0, but certainly not a bad start for this team.
Now, you can see they've made their mark in the offensive end, but you also see there how quick Vinny Sabala's pads are there. That was a nice kick save.
Now Cosimo's line back up there. Matthew Storm with an opportunity. Slipping back door. Oh, it was open for just a second. Couldn't finish it. Boy, great action at both ends. That's going to be icing. Hey, Game Time Live is powered by Alta Equipment Company. Alta Equipment knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction with industry-leading service and support. Give them a call, 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Yeah, definitely something we want to keep an eye on, Sean. We know the offensive power Alpena. How are they going to play in their own zone against a very offensive team in Hartland?
Well, an opportunity to come out now. Crease gets it out into the neutral zone. Hartland takes over, though. Sturos plays it to center ice. That's Storm. Storm carries in. He loses it. Back into the neutral zone, but here comes Winterstein. Winterstein, tough angle shot. Sabala was with him. Two defenders as well. No problem there. Hartland looking to skate it out. Chipped it out to Storm. A little give and go. Sturos gives chase in the corner. Wildcats pick it up and just fire it down the ice. Starting over for Eagles is Kraut. Quick transition. L'Esperance gets dumped down. Bodies falling all over the place, Mike. Certainly some intensity and some hits early on in this one.
Definitely kids selling out. This is a big game, Sean. As we've mentioned a couple of times, I think we're going to get everything these kids have today.
Now a chance to skate it out. That's 44, Mason Malik. Just shoot it towards the goaltender, Parrish. He's going to hold that, freeze it, and the draw stays in the Alpena zone. 10:23 to go here. First period, 1-0 Hartland on top.
Well, already early we see they've split up 86 Winterstein and 74 Hamp at times. It's going to be interesting to see when they do get on the ice at the same time. Very powerful offensive line.
L'Esperance taking this draw against Hamp. L'Esperance plays it back. Waiting, firing, deflecting on the way to the net. Oh, that was dangerous off that shot from Mason Malik. Shot from the far point, Kraut. That goes into the corner, giving chase there. Alpena, outlet pass, misses everybody. They better be careful down there. Kraut gives it up, coming back the other way. L'Esperance ahead to number 9, Rodriguez. Rodriguez tried to thread the needle to Zielinski. Couldn't do it. Michael Zielinski wearing the number 27. But on it again, Eagles. Walker behind his own net. Starts one way, heads the other. But Hartland able to keep the pressure in deep. Shot from the point. No problem there for Paris. And finally, 3 coming the other way. There's Weir. Weir drops it to Hamp. Quick shot. No problem for Vinny Sabala. But Alpena keeps the draw in that Hartland zone.
And that's what I was looking for. They had 86, 74, and 63 together. See what they can do. And they move that puck forward, get themselves a shot on net. But I've got to be impressed, Sean, with you think of Hartland, you think of some finesse. They're really working the walls hard today.
Hartland wins that draw. It's Sturos behind his own net. Tried to get it out. Can't get it out, though. Alpena content to throw it back in. Do some work in behind that fine goaltender, Sabala. Now Sturos. He throws it to his partner. Back to Sturos. Sturos gets it to settle down. Hartland looks to break out, and they do with speed. They've got 3 of them up there. Nice move coming in. Paris had to hug that post and be very careful. Alpena gets it out, but Eagles take over again. Snyder to Costamo. Taken away in the neutral zone. Here comes Worth with a shot. No problem for Sabala. Gloves that down with 8:37 to go. Here's a good look at Vinny Sabala. One of the best goaltenders in the state, Mike. No other way to say it.
Averaging just over a goal a game, Sean. And again, not a lot of opportunities, but you can see why. He's big, he covers a lot of net, and he's got quick pads.
Off the draw, puck lay there for a moment, finally controlled by Eagles. Knocked back into the neutral zone. On it is L'Esperance. Big hit in the neutral zone. Trying to carry that in is Matthew Storm. He loses it. And there's Hamp, the very active Hamp. Tries to split two, can't do it. Good play by Snyder and Kraut, not letting him in. Hamp with another shot in tight. Oh, Sabala had to be careful. Had a guy rooting down low, Mike. Couldn't get it through, though. Hey, Warrior Hockey is a proud partner of State Champs and the Hockey Player of the Year. And Wall Awards, Warrior Hockey breakthrough. Like what I've seen out of 74 so far here, Mike.
He looks like he's got a quick step, and for how slight he looks, he's real hard on the puck, Sean. He almost got through 2 defenders, and down low, that puck was right on the doorstep before Vinny Sabala shut it down.
Puck stays in, shot from the point, just floating it back there. As you mentioned, changing up the lines a little bit. Weir out there with Winterstein.
Yeah, it seems they're mixing that first line up a little bit, and each guy's getting a chance to drop down and play with the second line also.
2-on-2, Eagles coming the other way, coming wide, shot goes wide. Eagles able to keep it in for the moment, and we got a whistle at the line.
Something to keep an eye on, Sean, what I've been noticing when Hartland is entering the zone, Nathan Paris is going down real early. He's very comfortable being down, and we've seen a lot of shots from Hartland trying to go up top over those shoulders. They may catch him one time.
Cosimo back out to take this draw. Off the draw, boy, going straight to the net, nearly working his way through was Rodriguez. Still on his knees working. Cosimo comes out with the puck. Cosimo spins one way, spins the other way. Back to the point to Malik. Malik, far side now. Shot from just out the circle. Paris able to deflect that in the corner. Alpena content to just send it the length of the ice for the icing.
Yeah, right now when Hartland's getting the puck low, Sean, they're working the walls good, but also working hard off the puck. They're making Alpena work harder in their defensive zone than I think they want to. You're going to see some icings. I think we're going to see some tired kids by the end of this period.
Hamp is going to take this draw now with number 16 Ian Costamo. Hamp and Alpena able to get it out. Weir, floating shot from about 62 feet. No problem there. Set into the corner. Big battle just inside the line. Costamo on it. Costamo sends it back behind the net to Malik. And now giving chase and knocking her back in. Walker, the fine defenseman for Alpena. Boy, bodies flying all over the place today, Mike.
Playing hard. They're sacrificing, Sean.
They absolutely are. Make no mistake about that. Going D to D now. Puck in the neutral zone. Giving chase. Max gives it up to Drew L'Esperance. Now an opportunity for some real estate for Esperance. Promptly shot back in by number 14, Walker. Kind of a chess match here. It seems like they're doing a lot of work in that neutral zone, Mike.
And not giving each other any room there. They would love to play that game in the neutral zone and just wait for a turnover.
Sturos carries. Guess what? Gives it up in the neutral zone. That's been the game the last couple minutes here. Sturos is going to try it again. Promptly knocked right back by Paris. This is going to go all the way down to Sabala. No problem there. And Hartland has to start anew in their own end. 5.5 to go here. First period, 1-0 Hartland on top. Snyder to Sturos. Sturos, nice pass there to try to get a break coming. Take a look at big number 7, Schultz, doing some work to get that puck around. And now, Winterstein with a chance to start a new rush. Losing the puck just inside the line. Here comes Costamo. Costamo, 1-on-4. Costomo one move. Costomo finally knocked off the puck. Gets some help coming in. He's got a couple guys hanging out in front. Giving some support down there is Rodriguez. Rodriguez still on the puck. Gives it up to Costomo. Costomo finds his man, Paris. Came out and gave him nothing to shoot at. What a shift by Costomo. On it again, and he gets brought down. Mike, my goodness gracious, what a shift by Costomo.
Sean, you just saw Ian Costomo's nomination for Player of the Year in one shift. He comes down 1-on-4, beats the D, gets the attention of all 4 players enough that he opens up a lane for somebody else, tries to get him the puck, works hard enough to get the puck back, and draws the penalty. This is what this kid has been doing since a mite, Sean, and he just gets better every game. Now, on this power play, I want you guys to watch number 18, Drew Lesperance, probably one of the more underrated shots in high school hockey. If he gets a chance, he's going to bury.
Lesperance gets thrown out of the dot, so they'll bring in Costomo. Lesperance will be on the point. Won by Alpena, promptly sent down the ice. Sabala's going to come out and leave it there for Ty Kraut. Kraut and Zielinski. Costomo, Lesperance. They get it to Costomo. It's usually not a bad idea. Costomo still on it. Gets it to the point. Back to Costomo. Quick passes here. Pumping it in deep now. But first one there is big 55 Kreis. He can't get it out. Pass in front. Shot. Rebound. Oh, big stop by Paris. Lesperance. Boy, oh boy, he was right there, and Paris came up big, Mike.
You got to watch it. They're trying to fly a guy out short-handed, and they almost got caught there in their own end.
Still 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity, but Walker with a chance to skate it out. Walker's just going to send it all the way down the ice. Sabala tosses it off to his defenseman. Back in behind his own net, Sturos. Head up, leads the rush. 45 seconds remaining. Comes right in on Paris. Paris is just going to freeze that, and you know Hartland will take that all day, Mike.
Yeah,
let's. 38 seconds remaining in this PP.
There's only 38 seconds left in this power play, but you'll have to see if for this 38 seconds and any future power plays, if Hartland makes an adjustment, because Alpena is not afraid to send a forward out into the neutral zone, leaving themselves 2 men short, but waiting for that breakaway.
Hallinan takes that draw. Hartland wins it. Back to Sturos. Near side now. Shot. Good job with an active stick there by Adrian. That was a good shooting lane there for Storm. Waning moments of this power play opportunity. Sturos to Storm. Storm to the dot. Nice sliding defensive play there, Mike, to take that out. Giving up the body, you do that all day. 5 seconds left in this power play. Hartland still with pressure in the zone. Storm, dot to dot, shot. No problem for Paris as we return to full strength.
As that power play went on, you could see Hartland setting up exactly what they wanted to do. They're going to move that puck and try and move some bodies on the strong side and throw that through a passing lane to the weak side for a shot. They finally started clicking it towards the end. Maybe next power play they'll have a little bit better luck.
Shots on goal in favor of Alpena, 8-7, but the most important number, 1-0 Hartland. There's a shot from 58 feet, traffic in front. Hartland now playing catch behind the Alpena net. Opportunity to break out for Wildcats. Here they come with 3 of them. Misiak with a shot from 58 feet. No problem for Sabala. Goes to his D-man, Snyder. Snyder, good outlet pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, they've got 3 up there as well. Lose it at the line. Have to touch up. And an opportunity to skate it out. Another long shot. No problem for Sabala. You've seen Alpena do that a few times. Maybe something they feel they saw? I don't know, Mike.
You just read my mind. I'm like, I wonder if they saw something on some film, on some long dump-ins that maybe Vinny Sabala struggled with, maybe giving up a rebound if they can hit that line with speed, but they've definitely done it a handful of times.
Zielinski now up to Lesperance. Back to Zielinski. Shot. Paris looked fooled on that, but he's been cool so far for this Alpena team. Starting over again. Zielinski throws it in deep. Giving chase now. Couple different Wildcats with an opportunity to come the other way. Winterstein to Weir. Hamp back out there. Plays it up to Winterstein, but intercepted there by Costomo. Costomo goes the other way. Plays it to himself off the far boards. Costomo, tough angle shot. Rebound lay there for a second, swept aside. Good defensive play there by Adrian. That puck lay there dangerously for a moment, Mike.
I would say that was another heads-up play by Costomo also. A little pad pass, we'll call it, as he had two guys center drive into that net.
Another long shot in on Sabala. He had no problem with it. Costomo picking up speed. Throwing it to his winger this time. That's Hallinan. Hallinan loses it. And forced back in their own zone. 35 seconds remaining in this first period. A very eventful first period, Mike. Make no mistake about that.
I think it's living up to what we thought it would
Shot
be.
Shot comes
here.
in, score! Misiak. They gave him a step, and he beats Sabala far side, and 24 scores with 24 seconds left.
Let's see. Oh, there's some Alpena fans definitely happy, but he beats two guys coming off the board. It just keeps his head together enough. They are throwing pucks at the net. They're saying Vinny Sabala, 1 goal a game, Wall Award nominee. We're going to throw as many pucks at you as we can.
Well, that's a big goal for Alpena, and you can hear their bench erupt, Mike. That got them all kind of fired up. Unassisted goal from Misiak. 1-1. Under 10 seconds to play. Sabala going to leave it there. I think that's going to be the end of the period. Indeed it is. Shots on goal after 17 minutes of play for the Wildcats from Alpena, 10. And for the Eagles from Hartland, 8. 1-1, your score. An exciting first period of action. Hey, coming up in the first intermission, we'll head to the State Champs studio for hockey time as Jonathan Kidd and yours truly break the latest top 25 rankings down. We'll also recap the opening period here on State Champs Game Time Live.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Sean, your new top 25 rankings have just come out, and Detroit Catholic Central is number one once again.
Yeah, you know what? You have to put them on that pedestal. I think the last one that we did was very, very close. I had made the comment that I could understand if you wanted to say Hartland number one. I could understand that. And don't get me wrong, it's not like Hartland's going anywhere. They're going to be very dangerous.
They're number two.
Yeah, but right now, make no mistake about it, I think the undisputed number one in the state is Catholic Center.
And a big win over Orchard Lake St. Mary's over the weekend.
Yeah, and by all accounts, it was one of those games that, what else would you expect? The Eaglets played them very tough, but CC pulled away as the game went on. Came away with a convincing win. And, John, the last couple of weeks, that's a good thing about the holidays. While you and I don't have a chance to get together to do this, you and I are chatting. I know you've been to a bunch of games. I've been to a bunch of games. It was great to go out and see St. Clair Shores and Chip Valley on Saturday night. There's so much good hockey being played, man.
And speaking of Chip Valley, we covered them against Stony Creek. So what do you like about Chip Valley?
You know what? I think you start Cam Steskowski's a good-looking player. We've talked about him. They stayed the course. Early on in that game, it looked like that might be a Smythe Division game. And what I mean by that is, the 9-7, 8-6 game and everything, but they battened down the hatches. I think conversely, there are a lot of really nice pieces out in St. Clair Shores. I think they have the goaltending that could make them very intriguing come playoff time. It's about getting in that right space with their goaltending, though, because, in particular, Will Young's a guy that was out in the summer at the MDHL. I think the play is there. So two teams to keep an eye on, certainly as we draw ever closer to the playoff.
We have talked about Brighton and Hartland a lot on this show. In Livingston County, there is the Howell Highlanders. They are now up to 3 after their win over Flint Powers.
And I'll tell you what, you could make the argument right now that they might be number 2. With all due respect to Hartland. Keith Robertson's done a fantastic job, and so much of it comes back to goaltending. Lansky's been outstanding, make no mistake about that, but you keep hearing the same thing from everybody that plays them is they play the right way, they come at you hard, et cetera, et cetera. So Howell really is a team to watch. And let's not forget, John, a lot of youngsters on that team as well. So that makes them very, very intriguing.
So is there a lot of sophomores that are going to be juniors?
Yeah, you could play that game. We could do that old bit again for sure. But no, you know what? Hey, again, we've talked about it so much the last few years. There's a lot of good happening out in Livingston County, and certainly you never, ever can forget about Brighton, because we're getting very close to that time again, John, where we're going to sit back and say, well, it's Brighton. Nobody should be surprised when Kurt Gavisto has them popping a game or two that maybe a lot of people didn't see them popping.
And how about Houghton? They beat your number 2 team in the state in Hartland over the holiday break, and then they beat Brighton over the weekend, and Novi.
I'm going to tell you right now.
And they're now up to 7.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mike is a guy that deserves some Coach of the Year consideration. He's done a fantastic job. Everybody talked about their losses. They've had so many losses really for a couple of years in a row, but I think what some people forgot to do is talk about some of the guys coming back and how they took the next step. I think Connor Arco is a guy. DeForge is a guy. More on him later. And the one thing that I think was the biggest question is who's going to fill the role of a darn good goaltender? And they're getting good goaltending right now. Look out, the Gremlins are back. I think people thought they were going to take a step back this year. Not so fast. The Gremlins are a team to be reckoned with again in D3.
We had 2 teams out on the west side that played over the weekend. It was Byron Center and Caledonia. We have heard a lot about Caledonia. We've covered Byron Center in our Game Time Live broadcast against Northville. It was a 4-4 game on Saturday.
And you know what? That is a perfect matchup because you have the established. Not that long ago, Byron Center was the cute team. Everybody going, oh, I've heard some good things about them. And obviously they fulfilled their destiny. In Caledonia, the Scots were the same way. Johnny, I'm sure you heard the same thing that I heard. I had multiple coaches from other schools hit me up and say, look out, this team's legitimate. How else was it going to end? A 4-4 tie. Byron Center's going to be all right. You know that's a team that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. But if you aren't in yet on the Caledonia Scots, you better wake up. There's some good things happening for them.
Last couple of years we have talked about Clarkston. They made it to the Final Four last year in Division One. They are now in your top 25 rankings at 15, and you also have Jeffers in the rankings and Midland Dow.
Let me start with Clarkston. You knew that they were going to get right. That's the one thing about the usual suspect mantra that we throw out there. They're going to find a way. And so much of it starts with coaching. I can't say enough about Coach Breyer. I've had multiple coaches, and I'm telling you, this rings for me. It should ring for everybody. When other coaches are telling you, look out for this team, look out for that team, that should tell you all you need to know, and Clarkston's backing it up. Johnny, Midland Dow, I'm glad that you brought up Midland Dow. That's a really good story. Take a look at what they've been able to do so far. I think they deserved it, John. And, another team up in the UP, man, and again, I'm going to repeat the same line. Multiple guys said, keep an eye on Jeffers. And Johnny,
they're 11-1 on the year. And to see Sean's full top 25 rankings, you can head to the website at statechampsnetwork.com.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back in. Second period about to commence here in beautiful Traverse City. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. Alpena, Hartland tied at 1 goal apiece. You know, a guy that's a little familiar with this area on the Alpena bench. Got to give a shout out to my buddy Cam Gibbons. If that name sounds familiar, it should, for a couple of reasons. He was a heck of a hockey player at Traverse City Central when he was playing for his father, the legend, Chris Gibbons. So Cam doing a good job following in Dad's footsteps, to be sure. Here's Costomo. Costomo, after getting the pass back, spins, fires in front, nobody home. Able to get it out for a moment. Here they come. This Alpena team. Lacrosse just dumps it in on the backhand. Hamp doing battle in the corner. Puck taken away from him. Malik looks to Costomo. Costomo with 3. Pass comes in. Big stop there by Paris.
Well, there's your first adjustment right there, Sean. We were talking between periods about a little neutral zone, maybe a trap sort of. That Alpena sitting back in that neutral zone and was kind of giving Hartland a couple problems. They're moving through that neutral zone and just got a nice break on that one.
Draw stays in. Shooting it back in, number 15, Eli Sturos. Saw a lot of ice time in that first period. There he is again, Sturos. That puck came in, went through the glove, and, well, you could see everybody kind of going, whoa, where'd that puck end up? You know, the most important thing is, Mike, it stayed out of the net from the Alpena perspective, so they'll just do it again in the Wildcat end.
Yeah, big number 77, Max Katseldillis, with a nice quick shot on net. And again, I'm going to apologize for any names that I'm butchering today.
The physicality there, Zielinski knocked down. Tough kid hockey player gets right back up, but make no mistake about it, this Alpena team came to play. They'll be called for icing, but they are giving it out. Hey, Mike, Lakemore Resort, are you familiar with it? It's a luxury lakefront property located only 15 minutes from Traverse City. Each of the 7 homes feature state-of-the-art hot tubs and on-site boat rental, making it the perfect location for large families, couples, corporate groups, or state champs. Open year-round. Go to lakemoreresort.com for more info.
All right, I'm going to give it a try again, Sean. It looks like it's Katseldillis is where I'm going to go with now that I've got my glasses on and I can see.
You're absolutely right. Shot goes wide, but pressure stays on to the line, but not out. Kept in by Katseldillis. Diving bodies now. Hartland really with a territorial advantage to start this second period. Alpena with a chance to break it out, and they do. Misiak, he's got the goal, looking for Worth, but Katseldillis there. He sends it the other side to Sturos. Sturos with some real estate to skate it out. Play called at the line on the offside.
Both teams really getting out of their zone kind of easy here right now. I'm going to wait and see if there's any adjustments to the forecheck to make life a little bit more miserable for the teams as they're trying to break out.
Hamp and Rodriguez on this draw, controlled by Hamp and the Wildcats. Errant pass through the neutral zone, forcing Snyder to go back in his own end. Picks up some speed, comes around the net, near side. Cross ice pass and a butte to Pepper. Pepper stops, spins, turns, but taken over by Hamp. He loses it for the moment. Nice giving the goal there. Paris had to be careful hugging that post. Hartland really with a jump here to start this second period, Mike.
And again, working these boards down here,
Deflected
Sean.
it. Oh, Paris had to make a big stop there. Sorry, Mike.
No, that's all right. We were talking about them working the boards and wearing down the bigger defensemen of Alpena.
Good shift here to keep this in. My goodness gracious. But Hamp trying to change that now. Hamp with a little bit of a jump. Played nicely there by Storm. And here comes Hartland, 3 of them. Had to try to stay on side. Lacrosse now with an opportunity taken away by Storm. Hartland has held the puck seemingly the first 3 minutes of this period, Mike. There's Costomo. He knows a little something about holding the puck. Costomo 1-on-4. My goodness gracious. Ian Costomo with a snipe. And Hartland takes a 2-1 lead.
We're going to have to wait to see the replay if there's any room even there, as he just uses patience. They gave him the outside, but a little bit too much space, and Ian's just like, I see about 3 inches right there. I'm burying it, and he did. What a solo effort there. Again, Player of the Year nominee. You got to know who you're on the ice with. You can't back in and give Ian Costomo this much time.
Yes, that was the water bottle you saw being popped. On it again, Costomo. That time, Paris with a stop.
Opposite side, same look on the corner, and Ian was going to try to make no mistake and get there again. A quick stick by the defenseman made that shot go a little bit lower.
So Hartland back on top by a score of 2-1. 13:46 to go here, second period. Alpena had an answer before. There are a reason that this team's in the top 20 as well. And give them full marks for battling here today. Hartland, though, low shot in the traffic. Paris down on his knees again. Boy, that play all started with Evans with a burst of speed. On it again, looking for Evans. That pass misses. And Sabala's going to have to come out of the net to go give chase.
Yeah, Sean.
Plays it far side, Mike to Malik.
Yeah, speed's a good word. You're seeing a lot more speed out of Hartland right here, now really challenging the defense of Alpena.
Costomo behind his own net. That puck is going to go for an icing, however. Just like that as well, shots on goal 13-10 in favor of Hartland. Mike, if I'm not mistaken, that's a 5-0 mark to start this second period.
Yeah, and you could see Coach Gadwell probably had a couple messages, and they had a little something to do with moving their feet and moving the puck, because they're faster this period, and that speed also comes with when you move the puck, your team moves faster.
Sturos behind his own net. He's had a solid night as well, his number 15. As this guy has. Dangerous all night. Hamp comes in. Sabala, no problem, though. Speaking of Coach Gadwin, messages, always has the kindest things to say.
Yep.
Had a chance to talk to him before the game, and Coach Gadwa, you know my feelings are the exact same ones as yours.
In typical
Big
Coach
fan.
Gadwa spirit and the way he cares for people and these players, he wanted to know, make sure that it was just you and him, and he sent a special message to you, and I could see as your face lit up, it was those Rick Gadwell words that he probably spoke a little bit in between periods on, too.
He is a good guy, Coach Gadwa. Make no mistake about that. Does so much for this product. It's helped us out a lot as well. Really, truly has. I say it all the time. The Wall Award, that's because of Rick Gadwa. And he's got a pretty good one in Sabala back there. 2-1 here. Given chase. Behind their own net. Now an opportunity to break out. L'Esperance had it swatted away, but doing battle back in behind the net. Look at Hamp back there. Nice effort there. Get some help as well by Adrian. And an opportunity to skate it out now for Adrian. Adrian looking for Worth, can't connect. Sabala comes out, going to play it near side. Katsidilis gave it up for a moment. Now coming the other way, Sturos. Sturos hits his man in motion. That's Luca. Luca breaking hard to the net. Good defensive play by 11, Adrian. We've seen him make a few here tonight, Mike.
Now they're got to break up a little bit with Hartland's speed right there. They've got to do something. They've got to get in lanes. They've got to shorten gaps up to kind of counteract that speed. And what I'd like to see on the other end is what we're seeing right now is this Alpena team on the front side is not a bad skating team. I want to see them hit that blue line with a little bit more speed and use it going into the offensive zone.
Well, we've seen Ben Henry juggle his lines a little bit, both Weirs and Worth now, the W line. And here's one of those W's right there. That's Weir. Weir with a shot that goes in behind Sabala, giving chase there a couple of Wildcats. But it's Hartland coming out with it. With speed now, coming near side. Halonen wearing the freshly minted number 17 jersey. Trice behind his own net now. Being pestered back there. Boy, look at that battle. 4 big bodies back there, all working hard. Somehow that squeezed through, Mike. And Hartland up 3-1.
I think they call that the 6-hole there between the arm and the body.
I think so.
But again, we've said this all weekend. Sometimes it's not how hard you shoot it, it's how quick you shoot it. And a lot of work down low by number 17, as you said, in the new fresh jersey. Halonen gets it to the front to Rodriguez, who makes no mistake and gets it off his stick real quick. And just a notice, Sean, we talked about it in the first period about Paris going down. We saw him go down, Costomo go up, going down. He didn't get down fast enough. He's just a little bit of step off, still making some saves. But Hartland's kind of found his number right now.
Hartland's got the speed going. They're skating a little bit now, and they have taken a 3-1 lead. Paris stopped the rush there. See if they can get something going the other way. Worth dumps it in. Sabala comes out. He's going to shoot it out of his own end. Centering pass, nobody home. Now an opportunity to skate out Costomo. Costomo with speed with Perkins. Tried to get it back to Costomo. Paris just slides it into the corner. Giveaway there. Shot from the point. Hits the post. Oh, you can hear it clang up here. Hartland buzzing right now. That puck high off the boards. Now back into the high slot. Another cross crease pass. Looking inside. Costomo back on it. Coming dot to dot. Shot. This time Paris able to handle that low. Boy, they're buzzing right now, are these Eagles. And an opportunity to alleviate the pressure. And Hamp takes a step. Sabala comes out and plays it. Costellis, though, good job getting back for number 77, Max Costellis. Sabala now back behind his net, and we've got a call, interference call, back up the other way.
Yeah, Kraut was just about a second late on his hit, as instead of holding the puck, they just kind of chipped it in. And they're calling the interference call. This could be just what Alpena needed, because the skill and the passing of Hartland was giving them fits in their own zone, Sean. They were really struggling, and then by the time they would get that puck out, they had dead legs that needed to change. Let's see what they set up on this power play.
L'Esperance wins the big draw there in the defensive zone, shorthanded, and they are able to get that puck out. Zielinski just backhands it down the other way. Let's see what Alpena can do. They need a goal here, Mike. Make no mistake about that. Hamp, with a lot of speed, drops it at the line to Worth. He plays it back up to Hamp. 74 on it. Worth loses it for a second. The puck out and over the glass.
And your point of they really need one right now, stop the bleeding. They also could just use a little puck possession in the offensive zone to gain some offensive momentum and a little bit of confidence that they're struggling with. They're getting the puck down into the Hartland end, but they're not really possessing it much while they're down there.
So Hamp, Worth, and Weir up front. Walker back on the point. Walker with a backhand pass to Worth, back to Walker. Far side now for Hamp. Gets to the dot. Tries that pass from the dot. Can't connect. Back around the net to Hamp. Hamp loses it for a second. Good job by Weir keeping it in for the moment, but now Walker has to start over. And the play is called at the line on the offside. Hamp got on his horse. The horse just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, let's see if if Hartland makes a defensive change here. Their defensemen down low on the PK were a little bit slow sliding out and getting to their assignments. You heard them yelling from the bench. If they leave these guys open on the wing, you know these guys can shoot the puck.
A minute remaining in this power play time. Hamp on it. Exciting player wearing the number 74 for Alpena. Winds it up in the neutral zone. Gets around one man, being pestered by another. He gives it up in the corner. Worth tries to work it back to Hamp, but an opportunity to break out now for Hartland. Weir on it, though. Weir to Winterstein. Winterstein plays it to himself in the corner. Had Hamp in front for the moment. Hartland now getting in that box. Shot from just outside the dot, nearly deflected by Winterstein. 20 seconds remaining in this power play for Alpena. Another shot comes in. Not sure Sabala saw that, Mike, with traffic in front. Boy, nearly connected back door. Worth was there. The door was open. Couldn't push her through. Big battle along the boards. Finally an opportunity for Hartland to break it out. They're going to lag off the remaining time. Good job there by Peffer just to throw it in the corner.
And I think Alpena got a little bit of what they needed, some offensive time down low, trying to get that puck to Winterstein and Worth. They looked good. Let's see if they can build off that momentum.
Here's Winterstein. Throwing it over. Hamp still out there. Hamp tried to play it to himself. Played nicely by Sturos. Costomo back out there. He scored a highlight reel goal. You'd say that almost every game from that young man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Delayed offside called, giving Walker a chance to skate out with it. Looking far side, connecting far side. Here's Costomo. Look at Costomo again, through two guys. Costomo tries to go on his backhand. That time played nicely by number 14, Walker. Wouldn't let him through after he worked his way around two men.
Saw him shorten that gap up. He didn't give him the room he gave him last time.
Outlet pass doesn't work. Guess who's on it again? Costomo. Costomo up top. Back to Costomo. Two down low. Costomo with the move. Oh, had it fall off. Pass in front. Big stop, Paris. Another big stop, Paris. Oh, putting on a show right now, this line, Mike.
You could see exactly what Costomo was doing. He had patience. He knew that goalie was going down. His eyes were all the way up under the bar. He just missed it.
With it. Passes to 11, Kraut. Kraut. Almost the give and go from Luca. Kraut in the corner. Gets dumped. Still fighting. Gets some support down there. Alpena. Finally able to get it out. Lots of pressure down there, Mike.
And they're Hartland putting the pressure on is really taking the wind out of Alpena's sails, and you see them. They've had to change a couple of times all the way from their zone just to get fresh legs out there.
Katsilda sends it in. On it again. Oh, centering pass just missed Zielinski. This puck's going to go the length of the ice for the icing. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association promotes and supports hockey players and coaches to reach their fullest potential on the ice, in the classroom, and as citizens. For scores, standings, and player stats, go to the hub, MIHSHockeyHub.com. There's Coach Gadwa.
Always a joy to see him, as we've been talking about.
Boy, they have been renting real estate in Alpena zone, have these Eagles.
And, you know, we talk about it a lot, Sean, the importance of passing the puck, and we always kind of make note of good passing teams, and Hartland is one of the better passing teams.
Still on it again. Back to the line. Shot outside the dot. Paris didn't see that. Couple players in front screening him once again. Shot high slot. Boy, had him moving the other way. Couldn't finish though, Mike. Storm on it now. Storm loses it for a second, but kept in by Hartland at the line. Snyder gives it up. Again, working to the high slot area, now down low. That's Zielinski. Back in behind the net. Back to Zielinski. Shot. Right back on Zielinski's stick. They are looking high, Mike. That's something you smelled out in the first period.
They've really got Alpena on the ropes right now in their own end, Sean.
They just keep coming in waves, this Hartland team, and they have to alleviate this pressure. This should be icing. Indeed, it is. Hey, at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergraduate degree. Scholarships are available at lturecruityourself.com.
See if Alpena makes an adjustment. You could hear it coming from their bench as the last play was going on, Sean. They want their players to stop chasing the puck. Hartland was really putting them on a string. They're pulling them with the puck, moving off the puck, and they had guys wide open because they were chasing the puck. Stay in your position. Trust the system that you're running. And for Hartland, their best defense right now is their offense, because by the time Alpena gets the puck out of the zone, they're so tired they got to change, and they're not getting anything offensively going.
11-1 shots in favor of the Eagles this second period. They have 2 goals this second period to build a 3-1 lead. Alpena looking to get something going here. Can't do it here as Sturos picks it up. Now forced back in their own zone. Sturos gets it again. Sturos tries to get the speed going. Can't do it. Have to play it back. Giveaway in the neutral zone, so they're going to start everything again. Katsildis in behind his own net. Going far side to Pepper. Pepper with a spin move to Sturos moving in. Sturos with a shot right on Paris. He was down but made himself big. Sturos in the neutral zone. Starts over again. Hits Pepper. Just kind of bounced off his stick as that one bounces off Weir's stick. So they try it again. Far side. Adrian able to chip it ahead to Weir. Weir and Hamp. Shot comes in. No problem. Gloved by Sabala.
Say that's probably exactly what Hartland wanted. They don't mind nice far shots against Vinny Sabala. Those are going to be stopped probably 10 out of 10 times.
2:47 to go here in this second period. Hartland with a 3-1 lead. Don't forget, we got another one tonight. Plymouth taking on Traverse City West. Dick knocked out of the hands there. Coming back to get it behind his own net is Kraut. Kraut off of Costomo. That's going to roll the length of the ice, and that is going to be an icing.
Sean, I got to say, every time I hear you say Kraut with the shot, Kraut with the pass, it's got to go. We've got to mention what a great story Ty Kraut is. Just a couple of years removed from a pretty tough car accident, a long rehabilitation to come all the way back to be able to play hockey again. It's great to see that kid out there.
God bless him. No doubt about that. And there he is, heading out of his own zone. Gives it up. 3 for Hartland again. Shot comes in. Big rebound to Costomo. Oh, he didn't miss by much. Did not miss by much. Alpena able to get it out, and they have to start again. Do these Eagles. That's Evans. Evans being badgered by Weir. Evans sticks with it, gets some help as well there in the form of number 44, Malik. He throws it up, but Alpena takes it away and sends it into the neutral zone. Kraut again. He's being badgered by Hamp. Kraut still with it. Just going to dump it towards the goaltender. 1:40 to go here in this second period. This period has been dominated by the Eagles, and they're looking for more. Outlet pass won't connect, and that is going to be icing.
As this period goes on, as Hartland continues to spend time in their offensive zone, it's wearing on Alpena. Not only on the forwards, not able to get down and press in the offense, but they're starting to beat the defense and retrieve pucks on the forecheck, Sean. This could get real dangerous in this last minute and a half.
L'Esperance wins the draw back, won it so clearly it went past everybody. So Sabala was kind of caught in that no man's land. Do I come out? Do I play it? Hartland forced back in their own zone. Good job badgering now. Winterstein in behind the net. Outlet pass, things are clicking for Hartland now. Those passes weren't hitting in the first period. Now they are. Power move to the net. Rolled off the stick of L'Esperance, but you could see why every member of that family has been a force, Mike. Make no mistake about that.
Yeah, they're all next-level players, Sean.
L'Esperance on it again. Gives it up now. Cruising in the high slot area. Shot comes from the far side, giving chase down low. Hartland on it again. A couple of Eagles down there with 40 seconds remaining. You can hear the official saying, play it, play it. They do. Adrian had it for a second. Into the neutral zone. There are 2 players there. Kreis tries to get it to Winterstein. Winterstein, nice move there, but played very nicely by the defender, Storm. Storm's had his moments here tonight, for sure. Snyder on it now. Snyder waiting, holding. Loses it in the corner, but stays with it. Still on the puck with a body laying right there. Gets some support down low as well from Zielinski in the waning seconds of this period, and that is going to do it. Shots on goal in this second period. 13 for the Eagles, 2 for Alpena. Hey, during the second intermission, we head back to the studio for our state champs Warrior Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Award. And we'll show you this week's Coach's Corner Spotlight as well here on State Champs Game Time Live.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
All right, it's time now for our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. So, Sean, we talked to the committee over the holidays, and we're going to make some changes.
Yeah, this is how it works. Again, if you're new to this, we told you a few weeks ago that we would make changes periodically during the year, and over the holiday, we decided to make a couple of changes to our Player of the Year list.
And who are the 2 that are going in now?
Well, you could really pick a couple guys from Trenton, but I think the guy that stands out right now is Durbin. We saw him up close and personal when they played Stevenson. I thought he was outstanding. This is a guy that does a little bit of everything, one of the leaders of a really good Trojan team. And, the same thing could be said for Houghton. You could pick a couple of different players, but we decided to go with DeForge. And, it was interesting because I was talking to Micah, of course, the head coach up there, and he compared what he's doing to that of Patrice Bergeron. Now, I'll tell you what, if you watch this show, you understand hockey. Comparing somebody to Patrice Bergeron is a big, big compliment. This is a guy that can get it done at both ends of the ice, and that's what it's all about. John, on this list, you're talking about guys that play a 200-foot game, and certainly he applies to that. So, to me, no-brainers, no disrespect. Guys can earn their way back on. We've seen it before, but right now, those were the 2 changes we decided to go with.
And you can vote for Jace DeForge and Donovan Durbin on our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Player of the Year update. time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. And we're going to spotlight the head coach at the Capital City Capitals, Joe Ford.
Boy, what a great guy. He does so much behind the scenes. I mean, not only for Cap City, but I think the game in general, not even just at the high school level. Fantastic guy. And I'll tell you what, you got to like what he's doing up at Cap City. They're a really good story. We had them ranked not that long ago. Don't be surprised if they don't find their way back in the rankings, but they're getting good goaltending. Sean Story's having a good year, and then Chase Potter's really leading the way up front. But it starts with Joe. Joe's a guy that gets the game, lives the game, loves the game. Big fan of Joe Ford's work.
Yeah, and just talk about also his work with the Coaches Association.
Yeah, he does so much for the game of hockey. I know he's done it at many different levels, but, you know, when you have a guy that is so, you know, meshed in with the game of hockey, doing some things for high school hockey and looking at it from what's the best interest for everybody. Boy, those are the type of guys that you want in positions like that can lead, that can help take this product to levels that we haven't seen. As good as it is right now, and it is, there's a next level there. And with guys like Joe Ford, I like the direction it's heading.
Yes, and they also went to the UP this past weekend. They lost to Calumet, but they had a good win over Hancock.
Yeah, and I love seeing those pictures. They do a good job getting all those pictures out there. I saw it on their Twitter account. I saw it on Coach Ford's Twitter account as well. It's a special thing. We talked about it on our last show, and I'm so glad that a lot of the guys all around the state have that opportunity to experience what is a really special trip.
We're going to make a special shout out to Easton Reber from the Cap City. He did the worm in the post-game celebration.
I think I pulled 5 muscles and popped my hamstring just watching that. But that's the fun that we're talking about. Get that stuff out on social media and let everybody know what a magical place high school hockey is.
So good luck to Joe Ford and the rest of the Capital City Capitals the rest of the season. And that was our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. It's time now for our Wall Award update, brought to you by our friends at Warrior Hockey. Sean, we talked to the committee on the Wall Award over the holiday break, and we're also going to be making some changes to our top 10.
Yeah, you know, much like we say with Player of the Year, and goalie was different this year, John, because I thought that there was a huge group of guys that could make a pitch, and a couple guys have stuck out. We mentioned one earlier. What did you say? 174 saves for Tice against CC. We can't look past that anymore. I mean, he is a big part of the reason why you're seeing Cranbrook near the top of the Division III ranks again. And boy, I'll tell you what, a lot of people talk about what's happening up front for Powers, and rightfully so, but they got a pretty darn good goaltender back there as well. And a lot of the guys that have seen Powers play, again, this is word of mouth from not only guys on our committee, but guys that have played these teams. Pretty hard to deny Clark up at Flint Powers as well. So again, you can make your way back on the list if your play dictates it. But
good example was Levi Pinell a couple years ago. He was taken off the list. He came back on, and he won the Wall Award. So anything can happen. So if you do get removed from the list and you get back on, your votes come back on. So not like you have to start back at zero.
Yeah, and John, to that point, you know what? We can't argue when guys are putting up the numbers, when they're playing as well as they are. And certainly that was a case. And right now you're talking about 2 guys that earn their way on this list.
You can vote for Blake Tice and Hunter Clark at our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And that was our Warrior Hockey Wall Award update.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back into Traverse City. Third period about to start. Hartland with a 3-1 lead. Always love to give a shout out to the best crew in the business. As you look at some of the fans here, Coach Hunter here, Chuck, John Watson, Kevin, of course the Kid Cam, Mike Ivesil, Chopper Elliott. Appreciate all the boys here.
You know, it's funny, Sean. We always give the shout out to our crew, and to bring up Chopper Elliott was so telling, because I was thinking of how many times we've brought up and thanked the Lakemore Resort for the accommodations that they've given us, and I don't know if the people understand how nice it is. I almost expect a helicopter to come get us here every time we're here.
It truly is unbelievable. If you're looking for a place to take your family, my goodness, look no further than Beautiful Lakemore up here in Traverse City. That pass misses at the line. Kraut has to give back and give chase. Good heat there, though, to create some issues. Kraut starts it in U. Throws it to Evans. Now Alpena causing some problems in the zone. Weir. Sabala had to be very careful there. It's Alpena with a little jump, getting things going the other way here to start this third period, Mike.
Yeah, a good team with a lot of pride. They're going to come out in this third period. They've got 17 minutes to prove who they are, who people have talked about. They're going to come out with some fire, and they've got to do it in that end. They spent too much time in their own end last period.
Well, an opportunity to skate it out here. Zielinski gets it into the neutral zone. Sturos is going to pick it up back behind his own net. Breakout now for Hartland with two of them. L'Esperance, far side shot, going high again. Didn't miss by much. Zielinski forced to start in their own zone yet again. That pass is picked off in the neutral zone, but Hartland able to retain possession. Three of them now. Gaining the line of entry before Alpena comes the other way. Throw it in deep. Sabala going to send it the other way. Didn't get a lot on it. The dangerous Hamp on it. He leaves it there for Weir. Trying to work it in front. Walker trying to break it through. Oh, good shot up close. Got another penalty coming here. And I think Alpena is going to go back on the power play with a hold.
Sean, and it's one of their top players, number 74, Hamp, with a lot of hard work. Center drive, getting to the net. L'Esperance lost containment a little bit, had to haul him down. But again, a lot of hard work out of number 74, Hamp.
So we'll try to set up this power play unit for you. Winterstein's going to take this. Hamp up there. Weir as well. Worth and Walker. That comprise your PP1 unit for this shift. There's Hamp behind the net, trying to create some space for himself. He's pinned along the boards, loses it momentarily. Chance for Hartland to clear, and they do. Chip by Costomo all the way down the ice. Paris has to come out and leave it. Winterstein picks it up, picks up speed in the neutral zone, met by two Eagles, thrown back into the neutral zone. Walker has to wait for his mate to get back on side, giving Hartland an opportunity to send it the length of the ice.
And we'll see, Sean, if Alpena can possess the puck in the offensive zone, see if they take advantage of maybe some late sliding defensemen on Hartland, which they had a problem with last power play.
Bouncing puck forces Weir back as he has to wait for Hamp to get back on side. Nice move by Weir as he picks up speed. Tries to take it himself. Look at this move coming in on the backhand. Sabala stayed with him, though. And that puck is going to be cleared the length of the ice. 45 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. 3-1 Hartland.
Real nice save by the Wall nominee, Sabala there. Looked like he had him beat, but he did not take that pad off or get too far over in his crease and made a great save.
Here's Misiak. He's got the Alpena goal. Waiting, looking. There's a shot, goes a wide. Near side now controlled by Wildcats. Another shot deflected on its way in. How about Ty Kraut going down and paying the price? Mike, I'm so glad you mentioned that terrible accident that he was in. It is wonderful to see him back on the ice, to be sure. Alpena rooting down low. Sabala standing strong. Bodies flying everywhere. And Sabala freezes the puck with 8 seconds left in this power play opportunity.
Now here's the change. Now we started off the third period, a lot of time in Alpena's zone, and it wore them down and led to a couple goals by Hartland. Is Alpena going to start possessing that puck a little bit more right now in the Hartland zone, wear their D down, and start getting more offensive chances than they had in that second period?
Misiak and Costomo on the draw, controlled by Eagles. Not out, though. Waning seconds, another shot comes in. No problem there. Allowing him to see it. Sabala gobbles that up. And Hartland back to full strength.
I think that's 6 shots already this period for Alpena. which is about half of what they had in the first two periods. I believe they started this period with 12 shots.
Coach Gadwa, being the home team, of course, gets the last change. Let's see who he decides to throw out there. Have a delay in the action, Mike. I'm not sure what that's all about. A conversation down near the bench.
As we know, Coach Gadwa's always got a message for everybody. A little message for the refs there, maybe something to watch for, or making sure he's getting the right guys on the ice. They keep pointing at the clock, and the clock does say 0.
Yeah, I think they're saying there's 1 second left in this power play. I think that's what they're saying. L'Esperance will be out in 1 second. As a matter of fact, he's coming out right now. So we are indeed back to full strength. Opportunity for Hartland to get things going the other way. Ice has certainly been tilted here in the early portion of this third period. 3-1. Hartland on top, and they're looking for more. Halonen throws it in deep, but taken over by Misiak. Coming with speed now the other way. Trying to get outside as changes are being made by Alpena. Able to keep it in. Shot comes in. That's Lacrosse. In behind Sabala. And a battle right in front of that Hartland bench. Oh, nearly a giveaway in front of the net. Had to be very careful there, did Peffer. And they're really causing problems now, Mike.
Yeah, they're not sitting back like they were earlier in the game, Sean. They're a lot faster to the puck here in the third period. They've caused a few turnovers already. It's a good eye by you.
And another icing there, Mike. Something that we saw Alpena do a lot of that in the second period.
It is actually kind of like the reverse. The Alpena's keeping the puck down in the offensive zone. They're wearing down Hartland, but watch how fast they are to that puck, causing a little bit of chaos, making Hartland move the puck in ways they don't want to, and that's where we get turnovers.
Alpena wins the draw. Weir with a shot. That's blocked on its way in. Good job getting a body in front. Matthew Storm. He's had a good night, Mike. I've called his name a few times. Blocked shot there, making me look good. Thank you, Mr. Storm. Big battle along the far boards. Boy, Alpena really paying the price physically this period. And an opportunity, Hamp. Just a wide of Sabala. Out in front. Making these Eagles work. There's another shot comes in. Sabala high off the chest. And Hartland with a chance to break it out now. Here comes Luca. Luca. Nice move and goal. Oh, baby. All that pressure and a fantastic drag to himself, and Hartland on top 4-1.
Yeah, we'll see if we get this right, because now he's got 2 goals, Sean, with Di Girolamo. How does that one sound? But a nice move, and I was thinking this is exactly what Hartland needed to not ice the puck, to possess that puck and get it down. He did more. He makes a nice toe drag, and again, quick shot, 6-hole.
Di Girolamo.
There it is. And we know if there's one of the many weaknesses I have, it's names.
4-1 now. Shot comes in on Sabala. Hartland with an opportunity to break it out again. Here comes Costomo. Always dangerous. Gives it up on the wing. Nice deflection. Another opportunity in front. Oh, coming in hard. Perkins was almost rewarded going hard to the net. Costomo on it again. Looking for that backdoor backhand. Paris makes a stop and gets the freeze.
Sean, you know my feelings for Ian Costomo and his game and how long I've watched him, how many conversations I've had with you or his dad about him. Even my son, he's a big fan and a friend of Ian Costomo's. But another shift where you just see what he's doing. A lot of guys pass that puck and stop moving. He passed that puck off, got to the net to create the scoring chance.
Costomo on it again. Plays it back to the point. Trout with the shot. Hits something in front and lay there for a second. Costomo on it again. Getting help down there from Evans. Also coming in, Perkins. Alpena with an opportunity to get it out, but it's promptly knocked back in, that time by Perkins. Hamp nearly picked that up. He may have been off to the races. Now Alpena's just going to dump it in deep. Sabala comes out, plays it off the board. Kraut the first one there. Backhand pass doesn't work. It's Evans. Evans up to Perkins. Perkins content just to dump that in as Hartland off for changes. Trying to play it to himself out in front was Halonen. 10-10 to go. 4-1, Hartland on top. Looking for more. Shot sent in the corner, but deflected, and here comes Alpena. 2-on-2. Hamp with a shot. Sabala, no problem there. Hey, take your game to the next level with Reaction Technologies. Elevating athlete safety and performance. Follow them at Reaction Tech on all social media.
A little rough stuff after the whistle there. I believe it'll be 5-on-5. They'll take both.
One and
Been
one.
really impressed today with number 74, Hamp, Sean. He really skates well with the puck, but we've seen him settle for those shots just over the blue line a few times. I'd like to see him carry that puck in and show that skill off a little bit more.
There's one of the Wildcats getting ready for the next game that we'll have here on State Champs Game Time Live. Plymouth taking on TC West. Big draw here. Misiak plays it forward. L'Esperance. And the Eagles control. Through the skates of L'Esperance. Picked up by Worth. Going D to D now. Outlet pass to center ice. Stepping up, picking that off is Storm. Sent far side of the ice. Zielinski picks it up there. D to D now for Hartland. As they start to rush out. Snyder up to Zielinski. Back in behind the goaltender Paris. Walker in behind his net. Finally going cross ice, can't pick it up, and Hartland takes over there. Snyder through the neutral zone, up to L'Esperance. L'Esperance pumps it in deep, in back behind the net. Alpena having a tough time getting out again. Hartland stays on top of you. That centering pass goes high and out of play.
It was a nice rush there by 18 L'Esperance, really using his body and size to get it down there. Again, another shift that's going to help wear down Alpena as this game goes along.
I just saw former Red Wing Darren McCarty on your phone. You have a picture with Darren McCarty and your son on the phone. That was up just a moment ago. We're going to see Darren McCarty tomorrow.
Is he coming tomorrow?
He is coming over tomorrow.
All right, that just made a great day even better.
One aside, as Mike said. The physicality has been there today. To the line, but not out. Kept in. Nice play at the line, but losing it. Look at Costomo to get back to make sure that Kraut has support. Kraut gives it to Costomo. Never a bad decision. Back in behind the net, but Alpena on top of it there. There's Hamp with a shot. Miss wide. Shot back in by Alpena. Trying to get that forecheck going. Hamp with a big hit there. In behind the net. Giving chase down there is Malik. Mason Malik. Hartland now with Perkins. To Costomo. To Kraut. Coming far dot. Pass to Costomo. He's tied up. Kraut at the line. Hartland really moving the puck. Shot goes wide, but kept in by Eagles. Sturos pumps it in deep. But this time, number 11, Adrian, able to get it for a second. Costomo back on it now. Adrian's going to try it again. Starts one way, then the other. Passes behind his net to his defense partner. Back to Adrian. Can't get it out. Peffer on it. Broken stick. Peffer still on it. Coming off the bench. Shot. Puck way high in there. Another shot. Big stop by Paris. Couple of big shots there by Peffer. Now Lacrosse trying to get something going. Too many Eagles in the neutral zone. Kept in by Eagles in the neutral zone. Now an opportunity for Alpena to break out. They can't. Still can't. As stepping up is Sturos. Sturos carrying in. Sturos, one man off the outside of the post. Clock, an enemy right now of Alpena with 6:35 to go. Nearly a deflection in front, Sturos. Settling it down now. Wildcats. Getting an opportunity up front. Just content to pump it in deep, but nobody there as they're making changes, Mike.
Yeah, just the last couple of minutes have been those shifts we've seen all game that has pinned Alpena in their own zone and really worn on their legs.
Snyder taking his time, waiting for traffic to clear. Gives it up into the neutral zone, but pumped back in by Alpena. So Snyder says, all right, we'll try it again. Picked off this time. Sabala's going to have to hold on to that, and that's going to be for a draw. Hey, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so very much more. Log on to mhsaa.com for more info. Mike Iveso, you're driving me nuts with the most delicious plate of nachos I've ever seen.
You read my mind. I was going to say.
You're a jerk is what you are.
I've been giving out a ton of shout-outs, and I've got to give one out to this is the Center Ice Arena concession stand. They not only made the best plate of nachos for me, Sean, but they checked the ingredients to make sure they were gluten-free, so we're going to have a safe drive home.
I am going to have to check with our Chopper to see if Chopper can get me one of those during the break.
Oh, if this isn't gluten-free, you're going to put me on a Chopper, that's for sure.
Here come Eagles again. Shot. Oh, good glove save there. Dangerous shot from a dangerous man, L'Esperance, but boy, up to the task. How about Paris? Nice glove save there.
Nice glove save. We got 5.5 minutes left here. I think we're going to start seeing the best out of Alpena. They have shocked us at times with their speed. We're going to have to see it a little bit more to try to break away from this Hartland pressure.
Draw stays deep. Alpena controls this, tries to hit that outlet pass, misses. Oh, they didn't wave it off, though. They did wave it off. So Hartland says, all right, we'll try it the old-fashioned way with a rush. How about Malik? Leading the way. Backhand pass in front. Oh, swept aside. Good play there by Crease. Still doing battle. Lacrosse wins that battle. He's going to send it the length of the ice. That will be icing. With 5 minutes left in this game, shots on goal 26-21 in favor of Hartland. But, Mike, I am impressed by this Alpena team. I am.
Yeah, and they've got some guys out here right now that they're going to want a little bit of offense. They just gave a little bit of rest to their top couple lines here. They had some guys out there, as you could hear from the bench, as soon as they got it, it was ice it. They were content with icing it. They need to start carrying some offense here, down by 3 goals with 5 minutes left.
Hartland wins the draw, off the draw, on the backhand, shot from the point, blocked in front. How about Worth paying the price? You could hear the boys cheer for that. Hartland retains possession, though. Evans going to shoot it in. Back in behind. Controlled by Kraut. Kraut just throws it towards the net. Costomo got a piece of it. Paris had to be careful. Back in behind the net. That's Crease. Over to Worth. Worth battles his way out. Good hard work there by Worth. Throws it to center ice, but nobody there. So Hartland going to start over. Once again, that's Ty Kraut. Pass up to Peffer. Peffer stops, turns, finds his man. Another circle there by Evans. Back into the neutral zone. Have to pick it up there is Peffer. Peffer gives it to Sturos. Hartland in the midst of a change.
Almost 6.
Halonen
Almost 6.
able to get it into the neutral zone. Hamp tries to play it to himself. Can't get that speed going, though. And he's way offside. He's got to touch up, and the play is called, because of it, on the offside.
You're starting to see Hartland frustrate these Alpena skaters, Sean. As the period goes along, they're slowing down a little bit, and it's allowing Hartland to catch them on their forecheck and get them harder and faster on pucks to where Alpena's not getting the room they need to create offense.
You got to start thinking about the 3 stars, pal. With 3:35 to go in this game. Sabala behind his own net. Nearly a giveaway there. Alpena still applying pressure. Finally an opportunity to skate out for Hartland. One of the best teams in the state, and they're showing it today. They've got a 4-1 lead with 3:15 to go. Alpena trying to fight back. There's the dangerous Hamp. Ware takes it over. Chops it back in. There's Hamp just out of his reach. Able to keep it in for the moment, though. Wildcats. Boy, almost a knee there. You don't want to see that. Eli Suros able to move that leg in the nick of time. Back in behind the net. There's Snyder. Sturos to center ice. Played up to Peffer, but Walker sends it right back in. Giving chase is Storm. Storm to his partner Snyder. Snyder still carries, just going to send it into the corner. To Girolamo. He gets down there. 2:20 to go. They're still battling out here, Mike. These are 2 good teams.
Yeah, Alpena didn't come here to give up in the third because they're down by 3 with 2. They're going to keep going hard, and I expect a little bit of offense coming soon.
Lacrosse plays it up to Schultz on the rush, in behind the net. We'll take a look at that net and see if Alpena decides to pull their goaltender. I'm not sure. Shot comes in, blocked again. Hartland going to alleviate the pressure, and that will be icing. Now, Mike, let's see if Alpena considers pulling their goaltender, Nathan Paris, with $1:49 left in this one.
Yeah, I know you and me are on the same page. Timeout, pull the goalie, see if you can gain the possession and hold the puck down there 6-on-5. I am thinking they're delaying putting their 5th guy out. They're going to wait till they get in the box, maybe, but we don't know what their strategy is. But as this game goes along, Sean, you see when Alpena forces the play and has an aggressive forecheck, they've actually turned the puck over and created some offense for themselves. So in the next minute, 49 seconds, I expect to see a more aggressive forecheck out of these guys, especially 6-on-5 is what we're assuming.
Look at that view from the kid cam, huh? You're not going to get that shot anyplace else. Appreciate all the work Johnny Kidd does downstairs. There's the timeout that we saw. Mike, you better finish those nachos, because I'm telling you, the longer they sit there, I might just put my grubby paw in there and eat them all myself. Don't forget, we got one more game here tonight. Plymouth taking on Traverse City West. Nice to catch up with some old friends up here from Traverse City West. I've known Don Finn, one of their assistant coaches, for many, many years. You're never going to guess where he went to high school, Mike.
Where did he go to high school?
Livonia Stevenson.
There you go. I knew you had to put that one in there.
And, of course, Coach Palumbo. Got a chance to really get to know him last year. Great guy. Now an assistant with the team. Boy, he was a stud at Lake Superior State. I know he's probably going to be mad at me for bringing that up, but pretty darn good player on one of those Lake State national champions.
Yeah, we've been talking about him a lot in some of the highlights that he's had over his career. But not to break it all up, but our cameras are catching a lot of talent out here on and off the ice, Sean, and I appreciate it.
No doubt about that. So they did leave their goaltender in, even after the timeout. They're putting the pressure deep in that Hartland zone. Hartland with an opportunity to clear it into the neutral zone, and they do. Still battling. Winterstein, as the goaltender comes out. They get the extra attacker on now. And the play is called. Mike, a penalty coming up as well.
I mean, I think we're just got some added excitement to the end of this game. Oh, or did I misread this? That's a Hartland penalty, right? Because they put the goalie back in with the face-off down here. So I figured they would just go with the 6-on-4, and they're going to. They actually had 6 guys on the ice, so that was a little cheating, so I'm glad they got them off.
Yes, indeed. Get it to the line, but not out. Good work by Rodriguez to get it that far. Let's see what Hartland can do here. Walker playing the point. Hamp takes a shot. Deflected high off the glass, in behind the net. Whistle blows. Are they trying to set the time? I think there's definitely a problem at the clock, Mike.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit more than 4 seconds went off on that play, or that was the longest 4 seconds, and we're caught in a time warp. But what I liked there, even though the clock wasn't running, was Hamp really taking charge out there, saying, I want that puck, I'm going to take it, I'm going to do this.
Still having a conversation down there.
I'm going to say I think we might have the correct time if they want to ask us. That's just how on top of things John Watson has been this weekend, Sean.
Win the draw. Back to Walker. Walker's shot. Oh, a couple bounces and went just wide of Sabala. As we're in the last minute of play in this third period. Weir winds up, fakes a shot. Back to Walker. Down to Hamp. Hamp waiting. Pass doesn't get through. Back to Hamp. Opportunity to clear. They do. That's Rodriguez clearing it.
Would like to see them move their feet a little bit more with that puck and create those lanes.
Good rush here by Walker. Walker carries it in himself. On the backhand. He's gone for a long skate. Weir. Back to Hamp. Up top to Walker. To Hamp. At the dot. Shot. Blocked. And that's going to do it. A valiant effort here by Alpena. But the Hartland Eagles are going to come away with a 4-1 victory and celebrate around their goaltender, Vinny Sabala.
Yeah, nice showing by Hartland. They showed us who they are. Their stars came out and played today. And also a nice showing by Alpena, hanging with the number 2 team in the state, making it competitive. And all they're going to do from this, Sean, is they're going to go back to Alpena. They're going to look at some film. They're going to break it down and see where they can make some improvements. And I expect them to get better the next time we see them.
All right, Mike Ivesil, who do you have for us for your 3 stars of the game?
All right, our number 3 star from Alpena, and I apologize, I don't have a first name, number 74, Hamp. I thought as the game went along, he got better. He added a physical side to it, an offensive side to it. He just couldn't get inside on this Hartland team. The number 2 star, I'm going to allow you to say since I'm so bad at names.
I love that you do that. Luca Di Girolamo.
Di Girolamo, to the Di Girolamo family, I apologize, but that was a nice game with 2 goals, a lot of pressures. I thought he carried a lot of offense. And the number 1 star, I think, should be obvious for anyone sitting in the stands, sitting in this booth, or watching at home, is Ian Castamo. He did what you would expect a Player of the Year nominee to do. He carried the play. He created offensive chances. He buried goals. He made passes. He did everything we've seen him do over the last 4 years.
He has been a joy to watch since he first put on that winged helmet as a member of the Hartland Eagles. No doubt about that. Hey, special shout out to our crew. Most importantly, thank you for inviting us into your TVs, your laptops, your phones, whatever the case may be. Your final score this afternoon, Hartland knocks off Alpena by a score of 4-1. Don't go anywhere. We got another one for you in a few minutes right here on the State Champs Network.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Florence Technological University. You can play sports at the next level. Go to LTURecruitYourself.com today. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. Warrior Hockey, Breakthrough, the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. For schedule, scores, and standings, go to the hub, mihshockeyhub.com. Reaction Technologies, up your game. Go to reactiontechsports.com for more information. Lake Moore Resort is a luxury lakefront property located 15 minutes from Traverse City. Open year-round. Go to lakemoreresort.com to book your stay. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.